It's a good picture of you guys.
All right, guys. Stream is up.
Good picture of who?
Mics should be live.
Good picture of who?
When you bring that
Them
out
too.
during the show, if you lift it, that way it doesn't destroy
Yeah,
everybody's
absolutely.
ears. Wonderful. Who's bringing us in?
I'll bring us in.
He said we are live on the stream.
Oh,
Yeah, we are.
Oh, okay. All right.
1 minute. Here we go. I'm going to play some radio audio so you guys can set your headsets.
Summer officially starts this afternoon at 4:50. If we're being technical about it. Otherwise, plenty of heat and still no decent shot at rain. Near 90 this afternoon. Staying mild with a mostly clear sky tonight. Temperatures falling back into the upper 60s to near 70.
By the way, don't.
You guys good?
Tap because
Yep.
Everybody good? All
Other
right.
than Devin's too loud.
30 seconds.
I didn't even do anything yet.
You're talking.
Son
I already had to mute my headphone.
of
Where is the mute button?
20 seconds.
Well, you should include a roll of duct tape in your bag for real heroes.
Can we choose the person to mute?
Here we go.
Here on WSIC.
The following is a paid program and does not necessarily reflect the views of WSIC.
Purple Heart Homes presents Putting the Pieces Back Together, a forum for veterans and the community to connect. Here are your hosts, veterans John Gallina and Brad Borders.
Back with vengeance, determination, and absolutely willing to do anything to help our veterans.
Vengeance?
Wow.
Vengeance.
That's
Vengeance?
Vengeance.
Or vigilance?
No vengeance.
Like you're getting vengeance on someone?
I am.
Who?
I'm ready. I'm ready to defend.
Who are you defending against?
Yes.
Well, I don't know who I'm
Retribution.
defending against. No, there's no retribution. No retribution needed.
How about, but vengeance, though?
Vengeance.
Okay.
Determination.
Are you gonna like smite someone or?
We're gonna continue our conversation
Smite
from our
him.
last show.
Oh gosh.
Do you remember the conversation?
No, I've got a poor memory.
Evidently
Actually-
something negative happened.
Actually, this might, well, nothing negative, absolutely not. It's all positive. This might be a little bit of the continued conversation since we started a radio show.
The continued conversation. You mean
Yeah.
where you make fun of the Marines and then
no.
you get in trouble for that?
No,
and
that's
then...
been a lifelong joy.
Are you gonna? I know what. Let's do. Let's get Devin's bio back
Oh,
Oh,
you know what?
gosh.
That's a great one. We should bring Devin's bio back up.
I don't think
because
we should
he after
bring
after all
Devin's
is the
bio
star of
back
the
up.
show.
I
out.
did
Star,
not.
nationally acclaimed.
Nationally
any of-
acclaimed star of the
Star.
show.
Wow.
I don't know,
You know,
putting the pieces
where
back
that
together.
bio came from. I think John wrote it himself and had it.
I didn't
Well, I know it was
Not
Devin.
right.
I know Devin wrote it. Here's why: because it was written in crayon.
It was. It was. Yeah, J.D. Ketterman
Like
said he
this.
had to translate it.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. And you know, it's funny, when I saw Devin's wife the other day when we were doing the Ruck Challenge out at McAnderson Park, and I got to say, Devin was carrying so much weight he broke his rucksack.
Yeah, that's true. That's a
Inferior
good snap.
equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Inferior equipment.
But Amber actually had the the shot collar. I got to see it. There is a such thing. When he is signed out from the kennel, he comes with a shot collar.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, that could be a Mattel, playset.
well, you better
Sign
be
out
careful.
the devil dog with the shot collar.
Her with that remote control is the only thing holding me back right now. I'm just saying.
So I had a letter forwarded to me this week. There was a listener that heard our show last week.
All right.
And they were quite adamant that I get on the radio and defend the 30th Brigade, the 30th Infantry Division.
I don't think this is true.
It is. I've got the letter here
You
with me.
actually have the
The
letter.
letter's kind of long. I'm not going to read it all, but it's addressed to General Hobbs, dated 16 March 1946. And it says, toward the end of last fall, for the purpose of breaking the logjam of paper concerning the division, that everybody knows this is true because that's what happens in the Army, a logjam of paper. The presidential unit citations were being processed, and General Eisenhower instructed me to draw up a rating sheet on the divisions. The 30th was among 5 divisions in the first category. However, we picked the 30th as number 1 on the list of first category divisions. It was the combined judgment of approximately 35 historical officers who had worked on the records and in the field that the 30th had merited this distinction. It was our finding that the 30th had been outstanding in 3 operations and that we could consistently recommend it for the citation on any one of those 3 occasions. We felt the 30th was the outstanding infantry division of the Eastern Theater of Operations. Signed Colonel SLA Marshall, historian of the Eastern Theater of Operations.
So what I heard out of that was 5 officers were the record keepers. Is that right? They were.
That would have been 35.
35. So they were reporting on themselves, talking about how good they were and how good. That sounds like pretty much par for the course for the 30th right there, doesn't it? Singing their own accolades.
Sounds to me like they wrote their own bio.
Oh. You know, I think we have guests. Don't we have guests?
We do have guests. And I'm going to tell you, it's a very exciting opportunity for our listening audience to get involved with Purple Heart Homes. And that's exactly what one of our guests here has done is decided to get engaged and be able to help out veterans. We're thrilled with that. And we'll talk more about John just here in a moment. But I do want to call out that one of my bosses is here today, so we have to be on our best behavior. Fenway, a.k.a. Russell, has been a part of Purple Heart Homes since before we were Purple Heart Homes, and really, really proud of that. You're just a great American, great in so many different ways. But and you're welcoming Dale and I home, in particular, helping with Dale's house and being able to help him build a safe, accessible house. Wrote the first Home Depot grant that helped fund that project and have been engaged ever since. And so thank you for that. And really glad to have you on the show with us today.
Well, it's been a pleasure, as always.
Man, he's got a cool radio.
I know. Everybody always says I have a good radio voice, but I feel a little intimidated right now.
Well, some things have more pleasure. You know, Devin's voice is another thing.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well played, sir.
It's the octave level.
Well, that's I keep this voice just in case we don't have enough microphones.
You know, I was talking with Justin, the station owner, the other day, and he said that was actually why they moved Joe into a separate room, because Joe's ears were hurting being in the same room with you.
He kept going. Joe kept leaving here going, how do I have? He's diagnosed with tinnitus.
So good deal. So in the process, John, Allen Tate Realtor, local hometown guy here, been kind of seeing Purple Heart Homes over the years. You got an affinity for fishing, and you've decided to come up with this really cool event. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, so it started back, I would say January. I just had an idea to put together a charity kayak fishing event here on Lake Norman. And fortunately enough, I was able to get in touch with Fenway, and we decided that Purple Heart Homes was the organization that we wanted to get behind and support with it. And it's just been an awesome roller coaster since then.
Yeah, tell me about, we got 2 minutes till a break, and we're going to hear from our sponsors, but tell us a little bit about, like, it's kayak fishing is what we're talking about.
Right.
Like, so no Ranger boats with, 250 horsepower motors on the back of it, right? It's pedal power, basically, right?
Exactly. So any man-powered kayak is typically what we do. For this specific event, we're allowing the use of motors.
Really?
Yeah, just in case there's somebody with some ailments or something like that wants to partake in the charity event. We didn't want to limit it to just man-powered. But the majority of our kayak series around the Carolinas here is a man-powered.
So the motorized one's going to be sort of more like a trolling motor.
Exactly.
Yeah,
like
battery-powered motor.
Yeah, I just rigged my kayak out with a trolling motor. It's probably one of the newest ones on the market. It's 3 horsepower. So
3 horsepower.
yeah, I can top speed about 6 miles an hour.
That's outstanding.
But this way, a disabled veteran can actually fish with us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome, man. It is really going to be a great event, and I want to hear from you how you got into fishing and all of that. And yeah, it's going to be a great show. And we're really glad you're here, man. You guys are awesome. So, hey, we're going to split off for a break here in just a second. Hear from our awesome sponsors that keep us on the air.
Sponsors.
Yeah, in spite of the fact that Devin's here, they keep coming back, so that's fantastic. So, hey, hang with us for a couple minutes, and we'll be right back with John and Fenway.
There's more Putting the Pieces Back Together with John Gallina and Brad Borders on the way from 105.9 100.7 WSIC.
All right, so we are back live on Facebook.
Yeah, we stay live on Facebook. So if you got a question or something you want to text that to us here, we can do that. And if you got a question for John or Fenway, that'd be fantastic. Maybe you got a question for Devin.
Yeah.
About his creative writing skills.
I don't know how many people out there have questions for Devin, and I'm not really looking forward to that either.
You don't want questions. Okay, everybody.
Because then
Devin
I have to come up with answers.
Devin
I mean, I will
not
answer.
Okay.
It's, but I don't know if the radio station wants me to answer. It just depends on the question, right?
Joe's shaking his head.
Joe is shaking his head. Devin
if you
is
could just
not
talk as lower as possible.
Lower as possible.
The problem is you're sitting next to Brad, who's soft-spoken, and you're loud.
What if I move the microphone away from
No, that's worse.
Can you?
That's worse.
See, look, ready? You can keep talking.
Oh, okay. Oh, am I cut off?
Yes.
Yeah, you are, but...
Oh, are you saying
and we can
that
still
cut
hear
my
you.
microphone and you can hear me in Brad's microphone?
Yes.
Wow.
You know what I love about today's show?
What's that?
Is that we're going to pick on you so much, or so many jokes about you that Fenway's not going to be able to pick on my fishing skills.
Is it? Yeah, I heard that you were unable.
Have you caught a fish out of your
Am I
kayak
still
yet?
off?
Yeah, catching it and keeping it in the kayak
Oh,
in
two
order
different
to get
things.
it measured and take a picture proves
Two
to be
different
very
things.
challenging.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think what I figured out every time he takes me out, there's a new video produced about some type of training video about how to kayak fish. I'm like the guinea pig. Let's figure out what we need to make a video. Let's just watch John what not to do.
But we have a Real Heroes conference call. What did John Gallina screw up kayaking? Because everybody else needs to learn that.
You know,
so
I
then
think
we put that online.
We should do a tutorial video, and like we'll show you doing it right, and then we'll show John doing it, and just have like a big X over him.
Right. Well, you need to show this John. He is the real deal this year. He placed very high in a national competition, and so he is going to the national championships.
No kidding. Where's that going to be?
Series. In November.
Where?
Santee Cooper Lakes.
Oh,
down
yeah.
in
South Carolina.
South Carolina. Yeah.
Good fish.
Some good
They get
fishing.
big catfish down there.
Yeah. Hopefully I
Striper.
don't. But
Yeah.
Yeah, striper's the big thing at Santee.
Yeah. It's I've been there 4 times up until this spring and never had caught a fish, and then I was able to put a limit together.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you gonna turn his mic back?
Mornings at 7 on WSIC.
Now, back to Putting the Pieces Back Together with your hosts, John Gallina and Brad Borders on 105.9 100.7 WSIC.
Welcome back. You're listening to Putting the Pieces Back Together, and we have with us our guests, John House and Fenway, our illustrious board member extraordinaire. And they're talking, yay! Woo! John has to applaud because he doesn't want to get fired. But they're talking about the Real Heroes kayak fishing tournament. And that's a mouthful. I can barely say that. Could you not find a longer name?
Well, just to be clear,
barely say
you don't have
anything.
to have a cape to be a real hero.
Oh,
right?
that's right.
Wow.
Oh, that's clever. And
Just a kayak.
Just a kayak.
Yeah.
Wait,
Well,
what is hard about the name? Real Heroes Kayak Fishing Tournament.
Oh, it has more than 2 syllables. So
hard.
I'm it's challenging.
Degrees of difficulty vary with individuals. I get it. Okay.
You know, after seeing him down in Wilmington with his pirate patch on, posing like Captain Morgan, I would think he could say that R really well.
Please tell me there are photographs of that.
Absolutely.
That's so lovely. How about putting those in the comments here, John, so everybody can see
coming
that.
right along. But until then, Brad, can you continue with our guest?
I can. So John, we got John House and Fenway Rauch here. I said that for Devin. Right.
That wasn't me.
So, what we're talking about is the Real Heroes Kayak Fishing Tournament. It's going to happen on July the 13th here in lovely Iredell County and part of other counties and Mecklenburg as well on Lake Norman. And the tournament, all the proceeds are coming to Purple Heart Homes to help us do what we do for veterans. And John was sharing that they came up with this idea to do a charity tournament and pick Purple Heart Homes as the beneficiary. We're indeed grateful for that. And on behalf of the veterans we serve, thank you very much. And so this thing kind of started out sort of small, and then now it has grown into a fairly large event. It seems to be, right? How many participants have signed up as of today?
Well, as of yesterday morning, we had 71. Okay. I haven't pulled it up today to see where we are. But yeah, it's we had an initial goal of $2,500 to raise, and we've
kind of surpassed that. Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, we're at $35,000 of funds raised already.
Yeah, that doesn't include the donations of material goods, right?
Yeah. Yes, we have $52,000 of material goods that we've given away as gifts, awards, raffle items, silent auction, door prizes, just a ton of great things. But when we have John's Real Heroes meetings, we usually start the meeting with the phrase, "They stink at goal setting." Yeah. They really, really do.
Yeah, right.
Very much so.
Yeah.
He won at 2,500.
Yeah,
it sounds familiar. I've done that before.
And I think we're going to have enough to pay for a tiny home when it's all said and done.
Oh, it's incredible.
Man, that would be amazing.
We've already raised enough money to pay for the materials for a tiny home.
That's great.
The money's going to go to the greatest need for Purple Heart Homes, but John has been knocking it out of the park since the beginning.
That's pretty cool. Well, I want to give Leah Gutierrez, our supremely competent logistics person in the tiny home thing. She has worked it out where she has now reduced the cost on those things by saving money by procuring items from different companies and getting better deals on things. So we've reduced the cost by about 20%, I think,
that is
through Leah's hard work. And so that's really, really cool. So, being more efficient at what we do so that we can, when we do raise money, it doesn't, we don't waste it, right? And so that's really fantastic. So tell us about like the format of this tournament. Like I've been to a bass fishing tournament, the ones with Ranger boats, and everybody gets in a cove, and then the dude like fires a horn, and it's whack, and everybody launches from one spot. This does not work like that.
Yeah, so the kayak tournament fishing does not work like that, at least here locally. So the way we do it, it's the entire lake is open for fishing. Any public launch that is on the lake, you can launch your kayak out of. We do have a lines in and launch time at 6:30 a.m. But any public launch, it's all done via an app anymore, and you just check in from your ramp that you're at, and as long as it's an approved one, obviously you're good to go. And it timestamps it, gives them a geotag of your location to get in the water, make sure everybody's up to par, and then any public ramp for the entire lake. You can.
So there's not like it's not like an event where everybody gathers together at the beginning of it. You're on your own. 6:30 a.m. You're in the water. What time does fishing stop?
So we're doing lines out at 3:30.
Okay.
Yeah, lines out at 3:30.
And then after that is when everybody gathers at Richard's Coffee Shop in Mooresville for the virtual weigh-in, so to speak. Right?
Yeah, the weigh-in. And we don't bring live fish back like a typical weigh-in. It's more of an award ceremony in the kayak world. But yeah, that's where we're going to come back and
I'll be having a big fish fry at the end. Right?
Wait a minute. That's the tricky part, what he just said. You're not bringing the fish back.
Yeah. You're letting them go.
You got to take a picture of the fish. And the fish can't be smiling. And you're trying to hold the floppy thing still on a 34-inch wide kayak while holding your phone
Evidently,
in a body of water.
Yeah.
How many phones
measuring.
do you expect to lose during this tournament? I'm just curious.
I would hope that you would have a RoboHawk tether on because they're going to go in the water.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I will say, my great mentor has told me you hold the net on the left side because the fish always flop off on the starboard side.
Yeah.
And so if you're holding everything correctly.
Wait, hold on.
That's correct. He's 100%
They won't
correct.
flop off on it's just because they don't like to flop off on the right side?
Yeah, they're faced to the left, so they're going to go with the easiest.
They're going to push off
It's
the
because
tail.
of how you set the fish up.
Fish twice.
Yeah.
You can't?
You can.
Well, of course you can.
Because if it's on your measuring board and it flops in your net, you caught it again.
There you go.
No. It doesn't work like that at all.
So I'm going to have somebody follow John during this tournament.
No fish twice, no Ranger boats. But you can have Ranger panties.
Oh, gosh.
But no Ranger boats.
That's right. And you can't be towed.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you can't be towed 100%.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So lots of rules.
Okay. I love the rules. You got to remember the rules. So how did you get into kayak fishing?
Well, I live in a community up in Mooresville that has lake access, and my neighbor reached out, I want to say it was 2021, and said, hey, I think we should get some kayaks and start fishing out of the community. And never been on a kayak, not very good at swimming. I was like, sure, that sounds like a great idea. So we ended up getting some kayaks. Well, the first thing I did was went on Facebook and come across one of the trails that I fish in now, but saw it was competitive kayak bass fishing, and I said, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do this. You know, my whole background with the NASCAR world was I've always been on team. I always played sports and those kind of things. So I kind of had that gap that I was trying to fill anyways, that I avoid. And kayak fishing's been fantastic in giving me that sense of competition, but not tearing up the knees anymore. So
Right, yeah,
Oh, wow.
for sure. Yeah. And you get some exercise while you do it. And,
yeah, fisher-sizing.
Fisher-size.
Fisher-size.
Wow, that's a fabulous term.
Is that like jazzercise?
Something like
Oh,
that.
man.
It is. That's what Devin does.
Jazzercise
He does
or
jazzercise
fisher-size?
on a daily basis.
Yeah, I've got some workout
we have a
videos.
picture
They
of
did
him
pretty
with,
well
with an eye patch. Eye patch doing jazzercise. There it is. I see it.
Yeah,
It's
there it is.
Joe
I
Rauch.
don't know if our social media audience can see it. Can they now? Oh, wow.
Oh,
yeah.
they can see it. That's, that's
so,
good. They need to see that. That's fantastic.
I can explain that. There's actually zero alcohol involved in that photo somehow.
It was all in you.
That was
Yeah, it's not involved in the photo. It's all inside of it.
What I love about the photo is the imaginary stool that he's put his foot
It's just floating.
for those of you who can't see it. Does anybody want to give a description, or should I describe it myself?
I would describe he looks a lot like a James Bond villain.
You know what he reminds me of? The captain of a kayak.
The captain of a kayak. Wow.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but Devin signed up to fish the tournament. He did.
Do you have a kayak?
I don't.
Wait,
He signed up.
he's gonna bank fish it.
Well, he signed up to get the swag. The swag is legit.
Extraordinary.
Some really cool swag. We've got like 2 minutes before break. I mean, do you all want to break this stuff up now, or leave this as the
Break it out.
Yeah,
Break
see
it
what
out.
we got.
So right here, of course, you have John Gallina and Dale Beatty's book, Wounded Homecoming, is going to come in that bag.
It's a great campfire starter if you get stranded on an island.
Oh my gosh, it's actually a great book if y'all haven't read it. I'm not just trying to give John lip service. You really should check it out. A lot of stories in there, not just John's. But the Nebo headlamp, this hat that Brad's wearing right here. Oh, did I shine the lamp right at the camera? Oh, you get some T-shirts. Oh, wait, these T-shirts aren't the right ones. Those are for our guests today. But there will be a Real Heroes Kayak Fishing Tournament T-shirt in there. Some fish grabbers. This does not go on a human being. And, of course, the Wiley X sunglasses. Oh, that is cool. Why did you do that? That freaking hurts.
Well, John
You almost
also
made me
has
say
his.
the bad word.
John signed up as well and has been practicing big time.
Hey, and the great thing about these glasses is that they're polarized, and you can actually see into the water. It's amazing how different it is. When Fenway and I went out here a couple days ago, you could really tell a big difference in what you could see underwater.
Oh yeah, they are. I had a Wiley X pair of sunglasses when we went on our cruise recently, and I was amazed. I could like see the fish swimming past me. It was honestly a little creepy.
Well, that's the deal. You can see the fish in the water.
Oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I got to tell you, I tested them out. They work, and and then I kind of look cool in them, kind of.
Yeah. So this glasses cost like $150 to $200.
Wow!
But with a $40 entry fee, you get those glasses and all this great stuff.
Man, that is awesome. Hey guys, y'all can sign up on Purple Heart Homes website, but you can hear all more about this tournament on Putting the Pieces Back Together when we get back. So much cool coming.
There's more Putting the Pieces Back Together with John Gallina and Brad Borders on the way from 105.9 100.7 WSIC.
So if you think the fish are flopping right now, just wait until it's 95 degrees on that board. They're going to jump. Those spotted bass are going to jump.
Also, I might need to dip it into the water first and cool it.
Yeah, that aluminum cools off quick, but I would encourage that. So I actually lost one. I won the charity event last year for Emerald School of Excellence on Norman in August, and my third fish to the end had jumped off. I didn't have a good picture of him, and but yeah, dip it in water if you can.
That's really cool.
I was really close to saying the bad word with the fish grabbers, pulling out my beard hair.
He got that idea from your video y'all put out here a couple days ago. I thought that was a great video too.
Yeah.
Which one?
The reel that they did.
The reels and skins.
Yeah. You were on the reel.
Oh, yes, right. I was on the reel.
Yeah, I loved how you put smart enough not to join. I was like, these guys.
That was a good move. He turned the air conditioner off then as well, and the air conditioner's off today as well.
Wow, yeah, that's true.
So the conversation got to, hey, should we just take our shirts off? and so Brad yells shirts and skins, and I thought we were going to pick teams, but we kept our shirts on.
You better be glad I didn't show up for that.
Yeah, well, I'm team shirt. Nobody wants to see that right now.
Well, speaking of, one of the things I realized really quickly is how fast you will burn out on the water in a kayak.
Oh my gosh!
We were out there for a couple weeks when we went out.
Right.
We went out early in the morning. I wore a long sleeve shirt. Within a couple hours, I was hot. You're pedaling, you're fishing. It gets a little warm. I was like, man, I'd love to just roll into the water, but then how am I going to get back up on the kayak? I'm not willing to test that just yet.
You got to have Brad throw a bucket of water on you from.
Well, yeah, right. So I pulled my shirt off, and next thing I know, an hour later, I'm burnt.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't think you burned with that Italian blood in you.
It'll burn quick.
But I tell you,
the water. It'll burn quick.
But that's when the Wiley X sunglasses come in handy. He took the shirt off, and all I could see is a bright white light. Put the Wiley X sunglasses on, and I could see again.
Oh wow! Yeah, that's
right. It was.
Got rid of the reflection.
And you were a little ways away.
Yeah, I was a long distance away at that point. I was glad.
I'm gonna tell you what. On that Hobie kayak. Man, Fenway is fast.
Yeah, that's one of the fastest ones out there.
Hobie kayak?
That's the fastest one on the market.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he all but run laps around me, both in the kayak and with his spinner rod.
I get the idea that he spends a little more time on the water than you do. He can train you up. So next year you can really bring in
We're working on it.
Yeah, is that right?
We're not bringing home the bacon, but we're working on
it. He's doing great already, really.
Maybe some fish.
We just need to get Devin up to speed since he's signed up.
He is. I mean, if you sign up and you don't fish, there is a price you're gonna have to pay.
Is there like a penalty there?
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna be. We're going to be harassing for months to come.
Well, I was thinking about doing like the old Tom Sawyer thing. You tie a string to your toe and you throw the line in the water and you just put your hat over your head and take a nap until.
Oh, we're not shark fishing here. I mean, we're not going to use you. We're not using you for the bait.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, that's right. We're moving one of the.
We got some great sponsors we're about to talk about.
I'm going to tell you, we do have some great sponsors.
We're going to talk about some sponsors, if that's okay.
Yeah.
We come back on.
Why don't you spin that around the other way?
See it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, don't
pick it up. There you go.
coming to help you, but you didn't need my help.
Yeah, the well built. Look at that.
What's in the box?
Dovetail.
Oh,
We won't go there.
Somebody was telling me the other day that the very first movie they ever watched in the theater was Seven, and I was like, that was the first movie you ever saw in the theater.
Wow.
Yeah.
E.T. was my first movie.
Really?
I still remember.
More Putting the Pieces Back Together with John Gallina and Brad Borders on 105.9 100.7 WSIC.
Welcome back to Putting the Pieces Back Together, presented by Purple Heart Homes. You can find out more about us at phhusa.org. We are talking Real Heroes Kayak Fishing Tournament on Lake Norman, July the 13th. Over 70 people signed up for this thing. From what Fenway tells me, that is irregular.
Yeah.
To have that many people signed up this far away, it's kind of like people kind of wait on the weather. But evidently, the Wiley X sunglasses were a big draw.
Exactly.
Thanks, Wiley X, who have supported a number of our events, our golf tournament, the fishing tournament. Now they're supporting the clay shoot that we're having, and Take That Hill as well.
Take That Hill.
And so we're pretty excited about all of that. But so what do you think? I mean, how many can you take?
Yeah, well, we can take as many you want to fish, but the gift goodie bag is going to be capped off at 120 this
120.
year.
So
Yeah.
100, the first 120 that sign up.
Yep.
So we got, did you say 71?
Yeah, as of yesterday.
All right, so 49 people are out there that need to sign up for this thing to get that. Did I
For
do that
any of
math
those
correctly?
who doubted, Brad can do math on the fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't even, like Devin, you don't have to fish. I mean, the ROI on that goodie bag is ridiculous. So even if you're listening, and you're not local to the Carolinas,
I might sign up.
Yeah, feel free to sign up. Take advantage of the Wiley X sunglasses, the Nebo headlamp, fish grips. You can find something to use the fish grips for.
Got any trout in them waters? Because I'm a fly fishing guy. So.
Not on Norman that I'm aware of, but
no.
Yeah.
But you can catch trout. You can catch bass using trout baits and trout gear. Yeah. That's very possible.
I've caught some bass on my fly rod. It's fun, actually.
Yep. Yeah. So and we've got some stuff that John's going to share for Devin from our big sponsor, title sponsor.
Wait, what now?
Plano, Berkeley, and Ugly Stick, along with John House and Hugh Supply, have given you some stuff to help you out. John's going to share those with you.
Yeah. So behind John over here, you get yourself an Ugly Stick combo. So
look at you, man.
Wait, I'm getting
I heard it was a matching set.
So now you have no excuses
now you
on
have
not
to fish.
Oh gosh.
So you get you an Ugly Stick there. Fishing rod.
When's the last time you went fishing, Devin?
About 20 years ago.
Okay.
Or fish.
Or fish. Yeah.
And then we have you a bag of baits here, provided by Berkeley,
Nice rod.
that are typically fairly good baits to throw on Lake Norman. So we'll give you that, and then you got this nice Plano stow bag here to keep it all in. So it doesn't fall over
it's
the
even
place,
it's even got a snack for while you're out on the water.
Wait, what?
We're not there yet. Don't get ahead of the game.
Actually,
you're getting ahead of the game.
Actually, if you go online and you type in Plano snackle box, there's people out there turning tackle boxes into snack boxes. But
I've seen that. Yeah. Like a fisherman's charcuterie board right there.
Exactly. You could do it. My 6-year-old just did it. But
Oh yeah.
Take your knife with you while you're out there and just cut it up right on your catch board, and you got it. You're ready.
I will have you know that my charcuterie boards are epic, but
there you go. So
I don't know if that's anything to brag about.
So we got you a crankbait, we got you a Chapo, we got you some power baits here. Have you ever smelled a power bait?
Sniff it.
Go ahead and give that thing
smell
a
it.
Important.
Smell it.
I don't know.
Eat
if
it.
I have,
Taste
smell
it.
So I just it's got a Ziploc on there.
I think they make those
keep
Coast
the
of
flavor
Camp
in.
Lejeune, don't
Oh, that's that is
appetizing.
ripe there. It's, why did I go in for a second whiff? I don't.
you like
that was that was not what I should have done. So I guess stinkier the better for the fish. Is that what we're saying?
Sure.
Yeah.
Some days.
What we're saying.
I should put my feet in the water.
We got you some Berkeley Fusion hooks, and then
Man, that's amazing.
yeah, some big game monofilament to put on that reel.
Oh
there.
wow, that is amazing. Yeah. Why am I getting all this?
Because
I'm registered.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And we have one more goodie for you. A box of crayons.
Yay!
My wife will appreciate this because it says ultra clean washable, so I don't get it all over everything. It's
every Marine needs that in a Plano bag. Every Marine.
Oh wow, man!
Now, Devin, one thing I will tell you, you're familiar with this based on the crayons and your affection for crayons. But you can't leave that power bait out in the sun because it'll melt too, like your crayons.
Oh, no kidding. Will it really? It's
and the water will break it down as well, so make sure you zip it up.
But it tastes really good.
Try one.
That's not going to happen. You got more chances of me eating a crayon on air than biting into that power
Okay, well,
bait.
let's see it.
No eating on air.
If Fenway's willing to eat the fish and worms that he loves, let's see you eat the crayons you profess to love.
Sorry, but...
I feel a fundraiser coming.
I feel... You know what? I think it's time for you to come out of the closet.
Yeah, that does sound like a great fundraiser. How many
crayons can you eat?
How many crayons can I eat?
Yeah.
No. How much money can we raise by doing this? I'm not just gonna eat a whole pack of crayons.
No, I'm just saying that you maximize impact by setting a goal of eating an entire box of crayons for X amount of dollars raised for veterans.
You got to first show that you're going to eat a crayon to let the donors know that you're actually going to do it.
We should have a doctor involved
I'm
with
not
that.
sure that's you got to get my VA doctor to check that out and clear it. And
if there are any children listening, do not eat crayons. Not good for your health.
So the really cool story here about Plano, Berkeley, and Ugly Stick is their employees came together and they had a silent auction to raise money for Purple Heart Homes through Real Heroes. And the employees of these companies donated $21,000.
That's correct.
Well, the individual employees donated over $16,000, and the company matched it with another $5,000 grant to Purple Heart Homes through Real Heroes.
That's correct.
So the coolest thing is it was individual employees that made the difference here. It wasn't a big corporate initiative, and that's phenomenal. And you see that all over when it comes to Purple Heart Homes. People are willing to give individually, and a lot of money comes to Purple Heart Homes through individuals, and that's what really makes Purple Heart Homes special and special to me.
Yeah, and we've already seen that numerous times with just individuals willing to donate to the cause here and the charity. So that's been fantastic. But Fenway, talk about this other sponsor we got here because this is a great looking box.
So this awesome-looking box is made here locally.
You tip it up so the camera can see the top.
It's made in Taylorsville by a company called Relic Wood. And this one is one they have for mass production, but they have super custom boxes that they make for individuals. The first, second, and third place veteran angler in this tournament is going to get one of these boxes as an award. It's pretty awesome. We have an award for regular anglers and veteran anglers. And if you would open it up, Chap, to look into that, there's a nice tray in there.
Oh, is
it? And they can put felt in here.
I think it's already unbuckled there.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
So they can put
it's got a charcuterie board inside.
Yeah, look at that. Charcuterie board.
You can put your cheeses and meats in there.
No, is that like a certificate of... what is that? That's like a certification that it's one of a kind or something, or?
Well, that is a coupon to make a custom box, a retirement box.
Oh,
and you can put your medals in here. They have felt here. You can put your rank, your medals. You can put on here. They'll have a challenge coin slot. You can put your challenge coins here, and you can put pictures of the units you've been into and other things. And that has got your name on it, Brad Borders. We're super proud of Brad and what he's done for us. He has just retired from the Army this year after 20 years. Wow. And so they are going to make a custom box for you.
Oh, that's lovely.
And that is going to pay for the whole thing. Thank you, Relic Wood, and John House and Hughes Supply for making this possible.
Wonderful, man. Thank you so much. Well, officially, I'm not retired yet because my retirement packet is hung up in some Army system somewhere.
Oh, wait a minute. This letter from 1946 talked about the log jam.
Yeah, believe me. When you were reading it, I was like, I understand. So I've been waiting patiently for months.
How many years is that? 1946 to 2024? That's your retirement date.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, that's so kind. Thank you so much. I'm very grateful, and what a wonderful gift. Thank you guys so much. What a blessing.
There's so much going on here, and Russell, you really hit the nail on the head. Everything just comes together when you're helping veterans, and it's great to see a community come together. All these different donors, the volunteers, and just being able to come together and do good for people in our community and veterans and just others, and really warms the heart. Yeah. We're going to be right back just after this break, and be sure to tune in so you can hear more, because there is more. With Real Heroes.
More?
There is more. And so we'll be right back and listen to these messages.
Keep it right here. Putting the Pieces Back Together with John Gallina and Brad Borders will return after these messages on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC.
One that you can show?
Yeah, I sure do. And we're going to go tour the facility at some point. Yeah. And Relic Wood is willing to make some boxes for military makeover veterans.
Oh, wow.
But you can make these custom boxes. I've got some pictures here. Here's one right here. It's the same box.
Oh, yeah, that is fantastic.
But they put felt in the lid.
Yeah,
you can hang your medals and your rank in that box. You can put pictures in the box. You can also put...
you kind of just get them like a logo that you would like to have on it. And
or many photos and logos. Mm-hmm. So... this person chose to put their units on the side that they served with, and on top is pictures of people they served with.
That is bad to the bone, man.
And right here, this is one they did for a police officer in Florida. They had everybody from the unit signed for the retirement box.
Wonderful.
That's cool.
So
now,
it's pretty cool.
If one of our listeners would like to purchase one of these boxes for a loved one in their family, whether military, first responder, or just a cool box for their keepsakes, where would they go to do that, and what might be an average cost of something like this?
Well, their business is mainly online. It would be www.relicwood.com, RELICWOOD.com.
You're good at spelling.
I read that.
Okay, that's awesome.
Read that.
That's impressive.
I've just put that in the comments too, if any of our listeners would like to
really cool.
check that out.
Hey, Joe,
they are made by hand here.
I think there may be a sound issue.
No, we all hear you loud and clear.
I think he's got you turned off again.
No. Someone was alerting me. Our wonderful chief executive of marketing was listening to the show, and she had it's back.
Does she have a comment?
No, she's just alerting us that our sound disappeared for a brief moment in time. Her ears stopped ringing from my voice, and she was immediately alerted by that fact.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah. Which, by the way, happy birthday to Lisa Allen as of yesterday. Her birthday's June 19th. So.
We're glad you were born, Lisa.
Did you see the Facebook cover photo for the event that she put out? It looked fantastic. She killed it.
Very professional.
Yeah, Lisa did a great job.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
We got a great team for sure.
HornHVAC.com.
Now, back to Putting the Pieces Back Together with your hosts, John Gallina and Brad Borders on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC.
Hey, welcome back to Putting the Pieces Back Together, presented by Purple Heart Homes. You can find out more about us and this cool event that we've got going on in July 13th called the Real Heroes Kayak Fishing Tournament at phhusa.org. Go to the events tab. You can find out all the cool stuff that we've got going on. Let me take this opportunity to let you know about what we've got going on. There's we've got the Purple Heart Homes benefit concert for Lou Watson's military retirement party. Where's that going to be held at?
It's going to be held at Oh Lord, if you wouldn't have asked me, I could have told you. It's in Charlotte. I forgot the name.
And
of the
Amos's.
Amos is in Charlotte.
And
that's right.
I believe I've got a little bit of information on
There'll
that.
Be a band and comedian.
Yeah,
And
that's awesome.
Even Flow Band, which is like a '90s cover band.
I bet they're gonna sing some Eddie Vedder songs.
Yeah, there's gonna be a comedian. Yeah, you mentioned the comedian, but I think if you sign up early online, $15 for tickets and $20 at the door, so save $5.
All right, congratulations, Lou, on your retirement party. Patriot Clay's Challenge coming up in September the 12th. And if you like to shoot stuff, you can shoot stuff. We've got a really cool new station out there. When you sign up for that, you're going to get the opportunity to shoot a clay pigeon with a pistol.
What the hell?
Yeah, with a pistol.
How do you do that?
A Taurus Judge. If it's a wheel gun. It's a 45 caliber wheel gun, but they will also receive a 410 caliber shotgun shell.
I think it's a 30.
Right? There'll be a long gun shoot as well, so you can shoot an AR at some 300-meter targets along with the sporting clay. So that's really cool. Find out about that. You can go to our website in the events tab to look at that. Then there's we got Take That Hill coming up October the 5th. It's our big cycling and functional fitness event. Where
functional fitness, I like that.
Where we're gonna ride our bikes a long way, and then Joe Baker of Joe Baker Fitness is gonna run a sandbaggy type of carry heavy stuff around until you vomit workout.
Wiley X just signed on as a sponsor.
They did.
And so when Devin and I were doing our ruck march, as we become fans of Wiley X, we decided to sign up for Take That Hill too.
Oh, you did? Yeah. Oh, wow. It's just with the sunglasses.
Well, we're actually going to participate. You know, I'm already participating in Real Heroes, but we're actually going to participate in Take That Hill.
Oh,
too.
Do tell, sir.
Yeah. Well, so these sunglasses are the Harley Davidson edition.
That's right.
They're the Harley Davidson.
So you're going to ride a motorcycle
edition.
and Take That Hill?
Well,
an e-bike.
Is that what's going to happen?
E-bike. We're compromising.
An e-bike. Okay.
Does Wiley X have the mouth guard for the Take That Hill?
So in case you don't know, Fenway rode Take That Hill with us last year, and summarily on the way back in, swallowed a bumblebee. And had to get an EpiPen.
Allergic too, right?
Thanks to the life-saving efforts of some of our volunteers.
Correct. Marlene Scott.
That's right.
Marlene and Todd Scott, who are legends in this community. So
they're both legends to me. They saved my life.
They are incredible.
Because the next thing you know, I was on the front bumper of a fire engine.
Quit
not being the bug.
Put the pads on him. He's going. We're losing him.
And they put the EKG on me and gave me a shot.
Hey, dude, you're not good.
So thank you to both of them for not just being a hero for the community here, but for my hero.
It was funny in our risk assessment when we were talking about Take That Hill. Like, somebody asked the question, what do we do about the bees and people swallowing them? And I was like, I don't know. I mean, the event's held outdoors. People ought not ride with their mouths open. I don't know. I don't know.
I was the one that brought that up, and you.
Was it you?
Was me. And everybody at the table was just looking at me like, "What are you going to do about bees, Devin?"
We'll just issue an edict. All bees stay away from Take That Hill. Thank you very much.
It could be like the old days with the cars that you want to keep your front grille clean. You put a bra on the front.
That's right. Just a bra on your face.
Yeah, we could just you could wear them over your eyes.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
That sounds like a Marine story if I've ever heard
That's
one.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
He actually got excited.
And currently ongoing, we are in the midst of a 50-mile ruck challenge. So you can see that on Facebook. And so there are over 1,400 people across this country that are rucking 50 miles this month to raise support. We have raised I checked it before I came over here, over right at $27,000 this month, and people just garnering, all of those donations. And what's cool about it is that all those donations are like $5, $10, $20, and so that shows you the power of a collective movement of people getting unified behind a cause, and and so I noticed that John and Devin jumped in on this thing a little late, and so
I jumped in early. I just had to take a break after the first 5 miles.
Yeah, that's right. And so my wife and I are doing it together, and we have mapped it out. If we walk 1.7 miles every single day, with our rucks, we'll hit 50 miles at the end of the month, and we're on track to do that. And so I would highly recommend, Devin, that you not wait until halfway through the challenge to get signed up.
You're absolutely right. But I wasn't going to do it. But then just like the inception of the Marine Corps, it started in a bar. So I'm standing around.
Oh, this is Devin's superb negotiation skills.
Yeah.
A gentleman walked up and said, "Hey, here's Devin and
how come
Paul.
You're not rucking,
here's
sir?
Devin and Paul and another PHHer in a bar."
Yeah.
And one walks up and says, "Hey, Devin, if you'll ruck, if you'll do 10 miles, I'll donate $1,000."
10 miles.
I'll up that to 50 miles for $1,000.
10 miles?
Yeah. Yeah. So
you're going to stop at 10 miles?
Well, no. You didn't catch that. He said, if you will do 10 miles. I will give you $100 a mile to make $1,000.
Okay.
And I said, well, you might as well get something for your money. I'll do the whole 50.
Man, you left money on the table. You should have told him you do 100.
He left a lot of money on the table. But I'm curious: you were carrying so much weight, your Dora Explorer backpack broke?
It did. It was
Teddy Buck.
Yeah. I mean, how much weight does the
Berenstain Bears
What do you think
backpack?
I keep my crayons in? But hey, that just gives opportunity out there. So if y'all want to support Purple Heart Homes, find me on Facebook or find Brad or John and donate to our campaign. But I'd really like to not walk all that extra 40 miles for nothing. So if y'all would be so kind as to help out PHH by helping me out.
And you're doing pretty
or
good.
Brad, if you like him better.
I would say you're up to about $700 or so. I looked on your Facebook page.
I think something like that. Yeah,
787 or something.
Yeah, but
nice.
and if we get to that mark that I have set of the additional $1,000, hey, y'all can still donate past that.
That's true.
Let me just interject here too. This isn't just for fun, right?
It's really not.
We don't like just punishing ourselves in order to raise money. But the truth of the matter is, we're changing veterans' lives. And just yesterday, 4 more tiny houses were delivered right here in Statesville, North Carolina, for 5th Street Ministries, bringing it to 6 total tiny houses.
That's amazing.
That project started 9 years ago with Pete Miletus, Marine Corps veteran, served in the Chosin Reservoir, and 3 Purple Hearts, and just a great American, and God rest his soul, he passed away a couple years ago. And Pete's famous saying was that failure's not an option, and with the partnership with 5th Street Ministries, Statesville Housing Authority, and Purple Heart Homes, we have now seen that mission through. That we have built a renovation, built a transitional house and 6 tiny houses for long-term living. So
it's really cool.
Fantastic.
It's not for nothing.
Yeah, it's not for nothing. And I do need to give a shout out to Joe Baker, who mobilized his entire. So Joe's a fitness trainer. He trains people all over the country to do Go Ruck events. He mobilized that whole community. They're everywhere, and they have raised a ton of money. And I just also want to say I'm currently ahead of Joe Baker in mileage.
Oh,
now wait a minute. Joe's doing his rucksack march barefooted.
No, he's not. No, he's not. He just did that. He does that on his treadmill. And
also, you can do the ruck challenge on a treadmill in the air conditioning.
No, he doesn't do it in the air conditioning. He does it in his garage in the heat of the day. But I just want to state I'm ahead of Joe Baker, who is a young, fit human being, and I'm ahead of him. Did I mention that I'm ahead of Joe Baker?
He carries 100 pounds in his ruck. How much?
I don't know
how much do you carry?
I don't know how much he carries.
How
I don't care.
How much do you care?
I don't know.
Joe Baker,
I carry
if you're
35
listening,
pounds.
Brad has thrown down the gauntlet.
Oh, I throw it down every day because every day I log miles. I'll say, Joe, I'm still ahead of you. So, but
we got a couple of things left here to share. We just completed a project in Florida. Devin, you went down to that project. Tell us a little bit about it. Real
Absolutely,
quick.
That was Dade City, Florida. Tim Bates headed up that project along with Joel Dalton, who raises funds for us, and it was Aaron Cash. This fella was in the Battle of the Chosin Reservoir, received 3 Purple Hearts. He got blown up with a grenade, and he said, "Oh man, I was lucky. He decided to stab me with the bayonet instead of shoot me." I mean, this is the kind of fella he is. And he was just so full of life and joy. The community came around together. I asked him, "How'd you put this together?" He said, "Man, I wouldn't have been able to do it without these severe discounts from contractors and all the help of the community. Lowe's Home Improvement helped out by stroking a check. Owens Corning, Batter B Roofing, Kevin Co-Builders, and TP Premium Electrical. Thank you all so much for helping out with that project.
I feel like we're talking like the micro man here, the right micro machine.
Am I talking
really
too fast?
It's a lot to pack in. There's so much great stuff.
Like a NASCAR.
It really is.
I want to give one more shout out for Real Heroes Fishing Tournament coming up. Fenway, John, thank you guys so much. There's a captain's dinner on the 12th. So not only you get this great goodie bag, but you're going to get a great meal. You're going to get some training with the software to be able to help track everything, learn how to do all the pictures and that good stuff.
Yeah, maybe Devin will wear his eye patch.
Devin will make an appearance because after all, he is the star of the nationally acclaimed podcast, Putting the Pieces Back Together.
Way to go, Devin.
We're giving away kayaks, vacations,
everything.
Great stuff.
Great giveaways. And so great opportunity to get engaged, support your veterans and your community.
EHH USA.
Thanks you. Go ahead, Brad.
All right. Take care, everybody. Have a great weekend. God bless you.
You've been listening to Putting the Pieces Back Together, brought to you by Purple Heart Homes. Please consider making a donation to this worthwhile cause dedicated to improving the lives of veterans one home at a time by visiting purplehearthomesusa.org. Join us again next Thursday at 3 p.m. for Putting the Pieces Back Together on WSIC News Talk.